Disabled People's Mini Histories from Manchester and Beyond. Episode 1. Too Frightening for Kids TV.
A photograph of a large crowd of people outside Granada Television headquarters, some holding placards.
The story of why on the 25th of January 1988 disabled people picketed Granada Television headquarters on Quay Street, Manchester.
A photograph of Nabil Shaban being interviewed during the protest.
In 1987, disabled actor Nabil Shaban's representative was contacted by a casting agent about the lead part in a new children's television series called Erasmus Microman. Nabil met with the producer and director, both of whom he had worked with before, and soon they were talking about filming schedules. All that was needed was for Granada Television, who were commissioning the show, to sign off on Nabil, and the part was his.
A photograph of a disabled man holding up a sign which reads, "No discrimination against disabled artists."
Months passed and Nabil heard nothing, so he asked his agent to find out what was happening. It was only then that Nabil discovered Granada had vetoed the producer's choice of him for the lead. It later transpired that Granada didn't want to risk having Nabil in a children's television show in case he scared the kids.
A photograph of Nabil with a crowd of people behind him during the protest.
Incensed at his treatment, Nabil contacted two local disabled people's organisations. They were Greater Manchester and Derbyshire Coalition of Disabled People, who with Nabil organised a picket of Granada TV headquarters in Manchester.
An image of Nabil being photographed during the protest.
Trade newspaper The Stage and Television Today reported on the protest at the time, stating that, backed by over 60 crippled performers, Shaban picketed the Granada offices on Monday afternoon, accusing it of vicious and unwarranted display of prejudice representing blatant discrimination against disabled people.
A photograph of Nabil being interviewed while someone behind him holds a placard that reads, "Would this man frighten your children?"
Since the Stage and Television Today told Shaban's story last week, independent producer John Slater has admitted that the actor was dropped because his face was thought to be too frightening.
A photograph of three women holding a placard that reads, "If you push us around, you won't push us down."
Nabil never got the part of Erasmus, but this did not stop disabled people's ongoing fight for equality in all aspects of society, on both the large and small screen. If in any doubt, just check out his profile on the International Movie Database. Footnote: it is also worth noting that the discrimination faced by Nabil and other disabled performers is sadly not confined to our distant past.
An image of a media report with a headline that reads, "One-armed presenter is scaring children."
Over 21 years later, complaints were made against disabled actor Kerry Bennell when she appeared on the BBC children's television channel CBeebies. One viewer wrote, "Is it just me, or does anyone else think the new woman presenter on CBeebies may scare the kids because of her disability?"
An image of a media report with a headline that reads, TV presenter Kerry Burnell, I don't care if you are offended.
Whilst another complained, I didn't want to let my children watch the filler bits on the bedtime hour last night, because I know it would have played on my eldest daughter's mind and possibly have caused her sleep problems. As they say, the struggle continues. This film has been made possible due to the funding by Manchester City Council and the ongoing support of Archives Plus at Manchester Central Library. This is part of ongoing work by the Disabled People's Archive at Greater Manchester Coalition of Disabled People to document and preserve the history of the disabled people's movement in the UK and the individual trailblazers within it.
The logos for the DPA, the Disabled People's Archive, Manchester City Council, GMCDP, Greater Manchester Coalition of Disabled People, and Archives Plus.